Hey guys, what is up? Vlad Mabus back. I know it's been a while since I was on here last. So I need to go this way. Since I was on here last, I was going to do a video yesterday. That didn't end up happening because it was dark out, and yeah, I can't do videos in the dark because I mean, I could if I could have my fucking light on, but, you know, a lot of people told me, no, you can get pulled over for that. So, you know, I'm completely in the dark, and all you'll hear is my voice. But, anyways, in this video, I wanted to tell you guys what it's like to be in the security business. I did this actually a while ago. But for some reason it wouldn't upload. But well, I want to tell you guys what it's like to be in that business. First, if you're looking to go in security, let me tell you, it varies from state to state. I live in Oregon, so for those who are watching and are in Oregon and want to be in the security business, you should listen to this. If you want, that is. As for anybody else that's looking to do security outside the state of Oregon, like in another state, I can't really help you because I don't know, you know, the state laws or what the other states require. But I'll go over what you have to do to get to do security here in Oregon. First and foremost, what you do is the people that you have to have what they call a DPSST. And a DPSST is basically, so yeah, you have to be certified to do security, whether it be unarmed or armed. Now, the regular requirements for unarmed, you have to be 18 or older. You have to, I believe, yeah, have to have a high school diploma or a GED, and I believe so anyways. But there's many certifications you can get. There's the unarmed certification, the unarmed instructor certification, the armed certification, and the armed instructor certification. I don't know that much about the instructor ones. All I do know is for the unarmed, they have representatives that come up here or to other cities that do the class. Also, if you're looking to start your own security business, you have to have a manager license, which you can get through them. Now, DPSST is based in Salem, Oregon. Since that's our capital, that's where all the state departments are. And so, for your instructor license, from what I hear, is yes, you have to take a class, and you have to ace the test they give you. Now, you have another test after that, but it's open book. And I think it just goes over like the statutes and stuff. Also, at the beginning of the class, you have, what they do is they have a bunch of topics they put in a hat, and whichever topic you get, whether it be like criminal law, civil law, or anything like that, whatever topic you get, you have to go in front of the class and tell the class about it, like give a whole speech about it. So that's that. Now, with your unarmed, for me, I only have my unarmed, so I can't really help you with armed because I don't know what the fuck they do with the armed. I've never taken the armed course, so I don't know much about it. All I know is that the armed course, you got to get it renewed every year, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Now, you're unarmed, you only have to get it renewed every 2 years. So, not as bad. So, if you're a new applicant, you have to get an unarmed you have to take an unarmed class, which is about, I think, like a 14-hour class, or maybe it's a 16. No, I think it's a 14-hour class, I think. Sorry, they changed the rules. Oh fuck, I just went the... Oh, no, I didn't. So you have to take an unarmed class, which is about 14 hours. So usually they split it up into like 2 days. If you're just taking a refresher, let's see, parking. Sorry, I'm trying to find a parking spot. If you take a refresher course, then it's not as bad. It's only a 4-hour instead of like a 14-hour. But this changed because I've had my certification, and now that I'm parked, I've had my certification for about, I would say, I get my certification. I would say I've been certified for about 6-7 years. And so that's what you have to do. Oh God, I'm fucking up right now. So if you want to so you take the course, and then after the course, after it's all said and done, you have to pass a background check. Obviously, if you can't have any felonies or misdemeanors on your record. So you have to do the fingerprints and everything. They get sent into the FBI. Yeah, the FBI. And so they check, make sure that you don't have any felonies or misdemeanors on your record. And then if it clears, then you're all good. Now you have to put in a few documents. You have to do, I think one of them's like where you've lived in the past 10 years. Also, you have another document that proves that you took the test, and everything else. Now, if you are certified, make sure that there's a document called the PS6, and that is the document you receive a copy. Then DPSST gets a copy, as well as the instructor. They keep a copy as well. But keep the copy of it. Don't just be like, oh, I'm just going to throw it away. No, don't do that. Because DPSST can sometimes be unpredictable with getting your certification. It took me about 3 tries to get it right the first time. Now, I don't have any problem because I know what they expect. Now, when you pay the licensing fee, they only accept a money order or a cashier's check. They do not accept personal checks or cash. If you do that, then they're just going to send it right back saying, we can't accept this. And say, please get either a money order or a cashier's check. So that's where that stands. So after you've done the test and everything else, now, one thing about the test they revise it every now and then, like they add new topics to it and everything else. Now, also, if you go onto their website, they have a training manual that goes through everything. So just to clarify, yeah, they have a training manual, so it's not that bad. I passed usually, like the past 2 times I've taken the refresher, I have passed. And on my first try, and when I first did the actual test, I passed. So that's where I stand. That's what happened. Actually, my streak of passing it came to an end. I think it was like a month or 2 ago when I took the refresher course. And you have 2 tries. If you don't pass it the first time, the instructor will give you a new test, like a somewhat easier test, but not really. They will give you they will give you a new test to do, which is a little bit easier, but it doesn't guarantee that it isn't 100% guarantee that you're gonna pass it. So that's what happens with that, is you take the test, and then you have 2 tries to try to pass. If you don't, then you got to study some more, and then you got to set up another appointment to try to get it. So now with getting your unarmed, another thing a lot of people ask, what if I don't have my card but I passed? Now that's where the PS6 comes in handy. If you apply for a job, a security job, and you don't have the card yet, they haven't sent you the card, give your manager the PS6, which proves that you passed it, because in order for them, there's another thing called the PS20, and what that is, it is a temporary work permit, meaning that they will write you a PS20 to get you by until your card comes in. So, and the reason I say that you have to have the PS6 is because it says right on there, like, I certify under, they take an oath, like, because instructors cannot just give you a temporary work permit. They need to know that you actually took and passed the test in order for them to do that. So get your PS6, take it to your manager, and they will write you a PS20, but they have to see the PS6. Otherwise, they cannot issue you a PS20. But a PS20 should get you by until DPSST sends you your card. So once they send you your card, then you're good. And your card is good for 2 years before you have to take a refresher course. So refresher courses, a lot of people will only charge you about, there are instructors on their website for armed, unarmed, and then like for an alarm dispatcher, yeah, they have a dispatcher license too that you have to have. So now I can't help you guys with the manager one because I've never needed a manager license. And so I don't know how that works. I don't know what they require or anything like that. I've never needed a manager license, so I've never applied for one. But I do know that you have to go down to DPSST headquarters or their main office down in Salem to get it. So that's what it is. Now that I've talked about certification, another thing I wanted to talk about is what to expect in the security field. One thing to expect is, one, there's a lot of jobs in security that are going to be boring as hell, to the point where you're just like, want to go insane. And trust me, I've been there. One job I had, they had me guard a bunch of wires because it was on the set of a TV show. And of course, those wires are fucking expensive. And last thing you want is anybody cutting the wires, trying to get the copper out of them or whatever. So it can be boring as hell. Let me tell you, I only did that job for a day because I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to go insane. This is ridiculous. Because it was. I'm like, this is a job for a security camera, not a fucking, not a security guard. I mean, why don't you just have a fucking camera watching them and somebody on control, But it's whatever. But yeah, they can be boring as hell. Also, there might be ones where you're on your feet from 8 to 12 hours. That's usually how much they have security guards work. Sometimes 4 to 12 hours. But rarely are they going to have you on a 4-hour shift. I mean, there are times where you'll have a 4-hour shift, but usually they'll put you on for 8 hours. Now, this last company I worked for, I was probably one of the best jobs I ever had. I was there for 3 years. The longest job I ever had. The only thing I didn't like about it was I was working graveyard. So that's another thing. Security is like other emergency services in a way, scheduling wise. If you don't want to work holidays, this isn't the job for you. There might be some nights you might have to work. You might have to work on Christmas. You might have to work, on other days as well. I've worked Memorial Day. I've worked on Labor Day. I've worked on Thanksgiving. So Christmas, on the other hand, usually I make a deal, with my boss and say, hey, I'll cover New Year's if you let me have Christmas off. So, which is awesome because I get paid holiday pay and it's New Year's. I could care less. Oh my God, a new year. It's like I could celebrate at work anyways. I'm working graveyard. So that's where it is. So, like I said, it can be boring as hell. You might have to be on your feet for 4 to 12 hours. And if you're working 8 or 12 hours and you're on your feet, that's going to be excruciating. I've done that before where I was on my feet for 8 hours. And let me tell you, even if you're outside of the security business, there's a lot of jobs that require you to be on your feet. And it sucks. So that's where I stand with it. Now, pay-wise, you're looking at anywhere from minimum wage to maybe about $14 an hour. But it all depends on where you're working too. This is just, I'm just talking about the state of Oregon. I don't know, what the other states pay. I just know that. Now, armed, it's like 15 an hour, 15 plus, 15 an hour or more. That's what you're looking at when you do armed. Now, getting to armed, you could be working the same thing. Like my buddy, one time he went into a bank and saw an armed guard, and he just looked at him like, man, that guy's got to be bored as shit. Because of what was going on. Just, you know, he's just walking around a bank, you know, he's just there as a deterrent. So, you know, armed, I mean, you can be working the same post as if you were unarmed. The only difference is you have a gun, and that's the only thing. So, you know, just to let you know. Now with armed too, you know, I thought about getting my armed certification. I asked my boss about it, you know, because he goes through, or my former boss, because he goes through a company that gives, you know, that, you know, they'll call him up if like a certain business needs security. And he said rarely does a business need armed security. Reason why? It's more expensive than unarmed. So if they need security, they rather go with unarmed than armed because it's cheaper. So another thing, a lot of armed accounts is you have to buy your own gun, and as a lot of people know, guns are expensive. You're looking at a couple $100 for a handgun. And, you know, usually they want you to have like a Glock or 1911. Yeah, revolvers, not so much. So yeah, they don't want you to really have revolvers. I mean, some might allow it, but I doubt it. Obviously, they don't want you to like say, "No, can I carry a shotgun with me?" No, they're not gonna. They're not gonna let you carry a shotgun. They want you to have a handgun, whether it's, like I said, usually either a Glock or a 1911. So, but you have to buy your own gun, buy your own body armor, and that gets expensive. Oh, and ammo as well, for your gun as well. So, but, and honestly, like, now using your gun, a lot of people know rarely will you ever use your gun. Probably about 90% of armed security guards have never had to use their gun. Either they've taken alternative measures, meaning they've used force like with a mace or something like that, because usually a gun is a last resort. You know, they'll either use a gun if they have no other choice, if their safety is at risk or somebody else's safety is at risk. But yeah, using their gun is a last resort. And that's where you stand, you know. So that's basically armed security for you. So yeah, I'm in the parking lot right now. But back to what I was saying, that pretty much covers it. Like, if you're working unarmed, let's go back to unarmed. If you're working unarmed security, you might be bored as shit. I mean, there's a good chance you're gonna fucking hate it. Sometimes it isn't that bad. There are some security companies that are laid back. They'll let you be on your phone. They'll, you know, where you can watch movies or something like that. You know, it's not that bad. You know, I was fortunate enough where I was allowed to be on my phone, you know, so I was able to do social media. Like, I mean, if you've seen some of my past YouTube videos, like some of them were while I was at work, you know, so just to make the time go by. And it was fast too. Like, I usually got done fast because, you know, it didn't take me that long. You know, it just kept me occupied until it was time to do a motor patrol or something like that. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Currently at AutoZone because I got to get my battery tested. My battery just went to shit last night, so I might have to buy a new battery. Of course, I hope my you know. Hopefully it's not that much, but knowing batteries, they're going to be like that. So I need to find out if it's either my car battery or my alternator. I don't know. So I'll let the guys here at AutoZone figure that out. But expect the unexpected, right? So anyways, I'm wrapping up this video. I will see you guys later. I got the Elgato just came in the mail today, so I got it. And if you looked at my Instagram, or well, I don't think I uploaded it to Instagram, but I did to Snapchat. If you look at my Snapchat, I got the Elgato now, so I got to go to Best Buy, get an HDMI cable. Luckily, too, it does come with an HDMI cable and a micro USB. That's all taken care of. Also, I'm going to try to see what I can do to get commentary. I'm not, that area is still a little iffy, so I'm going to watch some YouTube videos, see what they figured out, like how you get commentary into your videos. So that's another thing I'm gonna look up as well. So I might be able to do it. I don't know. Get the Elgato, but sorry, not the Elgato. I might be able to get a microphone or something, or I mean, I do have a mic. Actually, I do have a microphone, but it's like for music. I wonder if that would work. Yeah, but I'd have to hold it the whole time. Never mind. But so I might be able to get a headset or something. I don't know, because another thing I need to realize, I got my car insurance coming up. Also, I'm gonna have to go like 3 weeks without pay because I got to build an income at my new job, which I start this coming week. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'm hoping to launch my channel today. I'm just hoping I have all the requirements. This is where I get nervous, because I'm hoping that I meet all the requirements for it. Let's hope so, because I just want this to fucking happen. So yeah, I will be able to do some gaming videos, but they're not going to have commentary, but that's okay. But I will get commentary on it, because there's a video I want to do, but I need commentary is like required for it. So, and you guys will see, you're going to like it. So anyways, I'm done with this video. Vlad Mabus out.